A new event is on the way featuring a first-time ever Pokemon that will become one of the biggest hunts of the year. Welcome to the annual Fashion Week event, which will be happening from Wednesday, November 15th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, November 19th at 8 p.m. local time. And as the name of the event suggests, we're gonna have some awesome new costume Pokemon to catch. This event is always a huge one to hunt. This event is always a huge one for people who like to hunt rare shinies because costume Pokemon are always just the rarest shinies. And some of them might never return, although this year some old ones are coming back, which is pretty exciting. But what's more exciting are the 3 brand new costume Pokemon, Dragonite, Wooper, and Quagsire. This will be the first time ever that Dragonite has a costume in Pokemon Go. And it looks pretty swaggy. He's got some 6 shades and a bow tie. And more importantly, this new Dragonite can be shiny. Event bonuses for this week include 2 times catch candy and a higher chance of getting XL candy when catching Pokemon. There will be a $2 paid timed research, which I still hate the concept of. And the wild counters will include Pikachu with the summer hat, Diglett with the top hat, Wooper wearing a beanie, backwards hat Croagunk, Gothita, Frillish, Furfrou, Mareanie, Absol with sunglasses, and Frillish. And this all does include a brand new shiny coming to the game for the first time ever, Gothita. Shiny Gothita doesn't really look all that different, but you can tell the difference in the eyes. The normal one has blue eyes, while the shiny has pink. And the only somewhat meta-relevant Pokemon in the wild here is Absol, technically, due to its Mega. And other than that, everything in the wild is worth hunting, except for Mareanie, because everything can be shiny, has a costume, and is extremely rare. Especially Furfrou. It doesn't have a costume. Well, I guess Furfrou, Frillish, and Frillish don't have costumes, and Gothita, but Furfrou is a really, really good hunt. That is a very difficult shiny family to complete since there's so many different variants and some of them are regional. I still don't have shiny Furfrou and I gotta get it. In the raids, we're gonna also have some solid shiny hunts, which include in the tier 1 raids, Diglett with a top hat, Wooper with a beanie, Sneasel with a beanie is coming back, but only available in the 1-star raids, and also Furfrou. The 3-star raids will be the most important. They include Butterfree wearing, I think it's a bow tie, which is a costume we saw a year or 2 ago, and that's back. Dragonite wearing the sunglasses, and bow tie will be in the 3-star raids. Costume Kirlia will also be in the raids, and so will Costume Absol. So really the only way that you can get the brand new Costume Dragonite is by doing tier 3 raids, which kinda sucks because if you're like me and you mainly do remote raids to get your raids done, you could only do 5 remote raids with Dragonite per day, which is only 5 encounters a day during this event, which is 25 encounters total. So good luck, my friends. And then I don't want to dwell on this for too long or complain about this for too long because I do think this is a really fun event. But this new Dragonite, which definitely is like the big hunt of this event, is exclusive to the 3-star raids. So if you're like me and you want to go out and grind to try to get the Dragonite, you need to go and effectively drive around or spoof around, because finding tier 3 raids, A, is not easy, and B, it's one of 4 tier 3 raid bosses. So the likelihood of a tier 3 raid boss being Dragonite is 25%, it's low. So I wish this Dragonite came out maybe, I understand it's Dragonite, so field research and in the wild is a bit of a stretch, but it would have been cool to see it in a more accessible way, because looking at this and knowing that I pretty much can only get 25 encounters the entire week unless I drive around everywhere trying to find raids, makes the hunt a little discouraging. Also, why have a remote raid pass limit? Let's just talk about that for a second. So that's all the complaining I'll do in this video. I just wish I could grind this Pokemon and the shiny a little bit more. It feels like the fun part of this event is being limited to this much, which I don't understand what they're doing in the game, but that's that. Okay, the eggs for this event will also be absolutely stacked. In the 5 kilometers, we'll be able to hatch Pichu with the summer hat, Wooper with a beanie, Smoochum with a bow, Shinx with a top hat, and the brand new Gothita, which could be shiny. And also Gothita coming out of the 5 kilometer eggs will have a higher chance of being shiny than ones caught in the wild. But in my understanding of how things worked, I always thought that the eggs had higher shiny rates than wild spawns. Oh, so in the eggs, it's pretty much the same shiny odds as catching Pokemon in the wild, which is I think 1 in 512, it's somewhere around there. But baby Pokemon have a 1 in 50 odds of being shiny, so hope that's helpful. So Gothita will have a higher shiny rate in the eggs. How much higher? who knows? Every time there's higher shiny rates in the eggs, we hatch eggs and don't get the shiny, so we'll see. And the field research is also bringing back some really exclusive costume Pokemon, some that you could only get in the field research, and they include Butterfree with the bow, which is great to see this thing in the field research and not just in the raids. Dragonite. Diglett with a top hat, Wooper with a beanie, Kirlia with a top hat, Shinx with a top hat, and Blitzel with its little collar. With the exclusive to field research Pokemon being that costume Blitzel, but everything in the field research, all can have costumes, all can be shiny, and you won't know what's in the field research until the event starts, so make sure you're subscribed here to this channel to find out, because when this event comes out, we're gonna go out, play it, and I'll report which field research has which Pokemon. And there is one cool kind of saving grace of the event. There is a collection challenge that will give one encounter with the brand new costume Dragonite, which obviously can be shiny, and I really like this little feature here, because if you don't have raids in your area, or you can't afford these new really expensive remote raids, or you have no one to raid with, which means you just can't get the costume Dragonite, you still can get it for free. No raids, no raid passes, through the limited collection challenge, which are always super easy to complete. You just catch every Pokemon that's spawning in the event, which isn't that many, and then you can get the costume Dragonite. Again, I do wish there was a bit of a better way for all of us to be able to grind this Pokemon, because it would just make the event so much more fun. I think Pokemon Go is losing its grindability, which makes it lose its active fun. It's fun to play casually, of course, but I don't know. We're gamers, we want to grind, right? So that's my really only gripe with this event, but I do like that they put this in the collection challenge so that everybody can get at least one with the costume. We'll also have some swaggy new avatar items. And honestly, overall, a really good event. Again, just the Dragonite, I wish there was a better way, or the remote raid pass limit was raised or something, because just, the further we get away from this remote raid pass nerf, the more annoyed I am about it, which is weird how that works. But this is a nice turnaround from the last event that we had, and ironically, my video yesterday was complaining about how Pokemon Go events have kind of sucked lately, so this definitely feels like it changes that quite a bit. So for everybody who enjoys collecting super rare shiny Pokemon, good luck and have fun during this 5-day event. Again, we've got really rare shinies in the wild, in the field research, in eggs, and in raids. So there will be a lot to do, a lot to hunt, and a lot of fun to have during Fashion Week. Oh, also, quick, for all my Canadians, there's a new collaboration with Pokemon Go and McDonald's in Canada, which brings even more Pokestops to the area. All of the McDonald's in the country should now be Pokestops, and apparently you can get exclusive field research tasks at these McDonald's that give you Stardust or even rare candy, so pretty good rewards for visiting McDonald's, so that's good. And also, if you haven't checked out my Mystic Grips YouTube channel, please give it a go. I've been putting a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of effort into that channel. We're currently uploading every other day now, which is the exact frequency that we're uploading here on the Mystic 7 main channel. So if you're into Pokemon cards, check that out. Amazing videos. And we've got some new products launching soon, which look amazing. All right, that's it for everything. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to sleep. Have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.